Hello dear students, today we are studying about magnetic field due to current through a circular loop. So first of all, let's be clear about what is circular loop. Okay, for that, any conductor which is in the form of a circle, that is said to be a circular loop. Okay, so if a current is passed through this conductor, it can be passed in two different ways, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Okay, now before coming to this topic, I would like to make you remind you about the last time concept, that is about the right hand thumb rule, which was in the case of a current carrying in a straight conductor. So in that case, that is when a current is passed through a straight current carrying conductor, the magnetic field produced in that case was in the form of concentric circles. This is a very important point to remember. After that, for the direction of the magnetic field, the right hand thumb rule is applicable. All right, so those are the very important things that we should remember in case of a current carrying in a straight conductor. Okay, now today I'm coming to today's topic, magnetic field due to current through a circular loop. So when a current is carried in a circular loop, also what happens is magnetic field is set up in the form of concentric circles in every part of the circumference of this circular loop. Okay, that means here also there is a concentric circle, here also there is a concentric circle of the magnetic field. Throughout the periphery of this circular loop there is a concentric circle. So if I keep on drawing all these magnetic field lines, the theory becomes very complex. So for that, what can be done is I can consider a circle in such a way that the circle are composed of many straight current carrying conductors, as shown in the figure. This. Okay, so we will consider the circular loop in the form of the combination of many straight current carrying conductors, so that in the circular loop also we can apply a right hand thumb rule. Alright, so now suppose if the current is flowing in the clockwise direction, that means this direction. So here the current is flowing from down to up, here the current is flowing from up to down. Okay, so this is how we consider a circular loop in the form of straight carrying conductor. Here also the magnetic field will be developed in the form of concentric circles, as shown. Okay, now if I'm coming to the topic about right hand thumb rule, then let me explain a little bit about right hand thumb rule in this conductor. Okay, I'm taking only two specific conductor in this case. So I'll consider this conductor and consider this conductor. I'm taking only these two specific straight conductor in this case. So now if I apply right hand thumb rule in this figure, in this conductor, then this conductor, if I apply right hand thumb rule, then what will I get is the current is flowing from down to up, that means from south to north. So according to right hand thumb rule, we know that the current we know that the magnetic field will be in the anti-clockwise direction. So I'm putting the arrow here and like this, arrow like this, arrow like this. Here if we apply the right hand thumb rule, our thumb will be in the downward direction, so the call of a finger will be clockwise. So the clockwise direction will be this one, this one. Okay, so after learning this, so this is the one of the best way to find out the direction of magnetic field with the help of right hand thumb rule. Okay, after coming to this part, I'd like to come to a very important theory, that is clock face rule. So actually, what is clock face rule? I won't come to the statement first. Okay, let me make you more clear about what clock face rule is used for. So clock face rule is used for finding out the polarity of the magnetic field. So if there is a magnetic field, of course there will be a magnetic poles as well. That means there can be either north pole or south pole. So what I have told here is the magnetic field has been developed in this coil, and where is the north pole and where is the south pole? That thing is determined with the help of clock face rule. So before coming to clock face rule, let's understand some basic things. Suppose I'm making a circular loop. So this part inside the circle, this surface is considered as a face. We will call this surface as a face. All right, so we can also relate it to the face of the clock. Like for example, I'm making a clock where we have 12 here, 1 2 3 4 6 9 and so on, right? So these numbers or digits are placed inside the face of the clock, right? So this overall surface is the face of the circular loop in this context. Okay, fine. So if you are clear about this phase part, now let me come to one very important theory about about bar magnet. So if I consider a bar magnet, so in bar magnet what we have is we have north pole and we have south pole. So from north pole always magnetic lines of force starts. From north pole the magnetic lines of force starts and enters, and the magnetic lines of force pass inside the south pole. So I'm making it with the help of arrow. So from north pole it starts coming out, and at south pole field lines pass through. Okay, so for simplicity I'd like to write here comes out. That means magnetic field lines comes out of north pole and magnetic field lines passes through the south pole. Get into or gets in, get in or get in. Okay, fine. So if you are clear about this thing, that means from north pole the magnetic field lines are coming out, and and at the south pole the magnetic field lines are getting in, right? So comes out is north pole, getting in is south pole. So we will apply the same concept here in the previous figure we have made. So I'm talking about this figure which you have made earlier. Okay, now what if we see this arrow? If we see the arrow in this figure, then what we can see is the arrow is passing inside. The arrow is passing inside. So here what we have considered is in this circular loop, what we have considered, the current was flowing in the clockwise direction. The current was flowing in the clockwise direction, right? Current is flowing in the clockwise direction. What we can see is we can see these two cases. One is this cases, the next is these two cases. We will only consider these two cases. Actually we will get several cases, but we are only focusing on these two cases for now. Okay, now if we apply the concept of this bar magnet just now we have discussed, so if we apply it here now, so what you can see here, the arrow is passing in, and here what you can see, the arrow is coming out is north pole, right? Coming out is north pole and passing in is south pole. So here also passing in is south pole and coming out, that is north pole. So I think it's clear. You can see the arrow, you can follow the arrow so that you can determine which one is south pole and which one is north pole, right? So from this small drawings, what we are clear now is the inside the face of the coil, inside the face of the circular loop, what we found is south pole exists. That means this overall loop face represents south pole. So at what condition it represents south pole? When the current in the circular loop is passing when the current is flowing in the anti-clockwise direction in the circular loop, the face of the circular loop represents south pole. This is clock phase rule. Alright, now what happens if I reverse the current? Initially the current was flowing in the clockwise direction. Now if I'll draw all these things and now come to a condition, that is when the current is flowing in the So I was talking about the condition when the current is flowing in the anti-clockwise direction. So I'm considering a straight current conductor in the form of a circular loop. Okay, if I take this to now the current is flowing in the anti-clockwise direction, that means this direction. So I'll make arrow. So after making this, I'm making a concentric circle because the magnetic field will be developed like so. Here also I'm making a concentric circle. Okay, fine. Now in this case what we can see is now the current is flowing in from up to down. Now in this case what happened, we will direct our thumb in the downward direction, and if you see the call of our fingers, it indicates the clockwise direction of the magnetic field. So now I'm representing the clockwise direction of the magnetic field by the arrow. Okay, fine. So after this, here what we can see, the current is flowing in upward direction, right? So arrow has been disturbed a little bit. Okay, now I'm adding the arrow. The current is flowing from down to up direction. So in that case, what happens to the direction of the magnetic field? By applying the right hand thumb rule, what we can see is the direction of the magnetic field is in the anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise direction means, okay, I can add only the arrow in one of the circle because another circle is not complete. So I'll keep arrow here itself. So arrow will be like this and like this in the anti-clockwise direction. So now here in this circle, what we find is this arrow seems to be coming from the screen, comes out. So what we have learned for comes out is north pole, and passes in, that is south pole, or gets in. And what we can see here, it is coming out is north pole, that means, and outside what we can see, it is passing in, it is south pole. Outside the face, it is south pole. So what we can find from here, inside the face it is north pole. Okay, outside the face it is south pole. So this is clock phase rule. So what is the condition? When the current is flowing in a closed circular loop in anti-clockwise direction, then on the face of the circular loop, north pole is formed and it shows north pole. Okay, fine. So if you are clear about this, so let me make it more easy, let me make it more simple. This is the actual theory to understand the phase rule. Now let me give you a very simple hint. Remember all the thing what we have studied just now. Okay, so let me make a circular loop 1, circular loop 2. In the first case, suppose the current is flowing in the clockwise direction, and in this case, in the second case, the current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. So now what happens? So already anti-clockwise, this is clockwise, right? Clockwise, this is anti clockwise. Okay, I haven't written the complete word anti-clockwise. In this anti-clockwise word, you can find n, right? So this n you can remember that inside the face of the circular loop, it will be north pole, anti-clockwise and north pole. So if it is north pole, of course it will be south pole, right? You can remember in this way. This is one of the way, and there is also another way. If you want the another way, you can just remember, you can write here as, after that you can give a small arrow at the end of the letter. Here also we can give arrow at the end of the letter. If you produce this arrow as a circle, like I've drawn a dotted line, I'm making a complete circle. Now follow the arrow. If you follow the arrow, this arrow are in the form of clockwise motion, right? This arrow are making a clockwise motion. So it shows that for clockwise motion of the current, the phase has south pole, and for anti-clockwise motion of the current, flow of current, it has north pole on its face. So this is all about clock phase rule. Okay, so let me come to a very, so I'm completely at the end. At the center of the circular loop, you can see the magnetic field lines seems to be a straight line. Okay, fine. So after this, to find out the direction of the magnetic field, what you can see in the figure is right hand thumb rule has been applied. So you can see the right hand thumb rule. See, the direction of the current is shown by the direction of the thumb, and follow the call of the fingers. You can and that call of the finger is the direction of the magnetic field, which is anti-clockwise in the left hand side and which is clockwise in the right hand side. So this is all about clock phase rule, which we have learned for today. That's all for today. Thank you very much.